Well, I've been exposed to COVID. So to cope, I'm obviously stress baking. Hi everyone, today I'm gonna bake Taylor Swift's chai sugar cookies, which I'm very excited about, although I wish I was baking these under better circumstances. Like I said, I've been exposed to the Rona. I hate calling it the Rona. That was gross. Whatever. Very quick story time because I don't want this video to be about that. But basically, I went to the park with a friend yesterday in the afternoon, and then that night she got a positive result. So it's a waiting game and I'm a ball of stress and I need to vent and I need to do something good. And what's good in my life? What has consistently been good in my life? Taylor Swift. So I'll bake her cookies. Okay, hi everyone. I just wanted to cut in and say that I filmed this on Sunday, like the day after I was potentially exposed. And since then I've been tested and I tested negative, and so has the person who possibly exposed me, so is likely a false positive that person got, and I'm all clear. I just needed to cut in and say that. For Taylor Swift's chai sugar cookies, you need half a cup unsalted butter, half a cup vegetable oil, half a cup granulated sugar, half a cup powdered sugar, 1 large egg, 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract, 2 cups of all-purpose flour, half a teaspoon baking soda, 1/4 teaspoon salt, 1 chai tea packet, 1 cup powdered sugar, 1/4 teaspoon nutmeg, 1/4 teaspoon cinnamon, and a tablespoon of eggnog. I'm not going to be making the icing, and the nutmeg and cinnamon, and so is probably the powdered sugar, is for the icing. So I'll just be putting nutmeg and cinnamon into the cookie itself because I need those flavors for sure. First things first, preheat the oven to 350 degrees, of course. Okay, oven's preheating, and line baking sheet with parchment paper. Cool, I will. Amazing. It's not a baking sheet, but it's just a tray, good enough. If one person says anything about me having to get on the stepping stool to reach this, I'll cry. I'm halving the recipe because it's just occurred to me that my roommates aren't really gonna want to eat my COVID cookies. So yeah, I'm halving it. I've got a 1/4 cup of butter in here, softened, and it says to beat the butter in a bowl for about 1 minute. Well, guess what? I don't have a hand mixer or even a whisk. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna really smush this thing, get it going, get it a little creamy, as much as I can. Yeah. And while I'm doing this, Jesus, oh my gosh. We can talk about Taylor Swift and specifically what these cookies mean to me. I swear, they comfort me. I've made a TikTok about these cookies, about how I want to be these cookies. I've had tabs open with recipes and pictures of these cookies specifically on my computer for the past 2 months, and it's now currently my what's it called? Screensaver? Something like that. I don't know. Why are there so many different names for a lock screen? Whatever. On my laptop. And why? Why these cookies specifically? Because they remind me of the greatest time in my life. Taylor Swift's Instagram filter posting every thought that she has phase of life. 1989 era Instagram. Red era Instagram is incredible too, but this one, I think this was 2015. I would class it as more 1989, I think. I'm not too sure. This butter's soft enough, creamy enough. I'm gonna say it is because I'm tired of this. I've been doing it for a whole 30 seconds. There's no way this is enough. I've really not been doing it for that long. But we move on. Okay, another problem that I'm running into, which I ran into when I baked banana bread like a month ago is that we don't have like measuring cups. One of my roommates has these like measuring spoons, but they obviously measure tablespoons. So I'm gonna figure out how many tablespoons is a quarter cup. Okay, Google says 4 tablespoons is a quarter cup. So 4 tablespoons of olive oil. Is that simple? Like, would people have known that? I don't know. We're making Taylor Swift cookies. Let me talk about my love for Taylor Swift. It all started with Crazier, the Hannah Montana movie. I saw that country girl singing her song and I said, I'll let you run my life for the next 10 years. I have no idea when did the Hannah Montana movie come out, but I know that next year it'll be 10 years since my first concert, which was Speak Now. And I did get my nose punched at that concert as a 9-year-old. It was fun. Yeah, I really don't know what it was about Taylor that 9-year-old me said, let me latch on to you. Maybe in an unhealthy way. It's actually, no, it's totally healthy. Me and Taylor, totally healthy. Me and Joe Jonas, probably not that healthy. Which brings me to talking about Taylor and Joe. What a relationship. And do you know what conclusion I came to recently? As you may know, if you are a fan of Taylor Swift, oh, this is not, okay, well, if you are a fan of Taylor Swift, you know that she's dating Joe Alwyn. And I recently realized this is not her first Joe. Like, her current Joe, her current blue-eyed, blonde British Joe, is not her first Joe. And we all know how Joe Jonas treated Taylor Swift. I mean, listen to Forever and Always. Go watch her interview on The Ellen Show one time.
I'm not even gonna be able to remember the boy who broke up with me over the phone in 25 seconds when I was 18.
He was a womanizer, we know this. He was running shit, and it's okay. I would let him break my heart so easily. Now I have the utmost respect for him and Sophie. I'm not kidding, that might have sounded sarcastic, but I love their relationship so much. And you know, invisible string, now I send their babies presents. And now I still have his blanket on my bed, and I love it so much, and it's my most prized possession. That relationship, I think about it all the time. And I made a playlist, that's what I did. Oh yeah, I made a playlist recently, Taylor's First Joe, and it's all the songs they wrote about each other. It's so precious, I love it. These cookies specifically bring me a lot of comfort because they remind me of 1989, as I've said, and that era, here goes, was, you know, the Tumblr era. Why does everyone on Tumblr love to talk about how they've been on Tumblr, but also like simultaneously hate to talk about it? I don't know, that's actually something I would love to look into, but whatever. Point is, I of course ran a Taylor Swift stan blog, obviously. And on this blog, which was just one of many, like honestly, I don't know how many Taylor Swift blogs I ran, maybe 4. I just had like 4 different usernames that I like would alternate between. It was mostly just one account. On this account, you know that Taylor's Tumblr era was insane. Like, she was just talking to everyone and anyone, following anyone and everyone. So of course me, who had been so devoted for so many years, 14-year-old me, was I 14? I was probably 13, 14 at this time, was definitely trying to get a notice. And oh my God, can you imagine how I felt when secret sessions started happening? Secret sessions, if you don't know, are when Taylor Swift invites a bunch of her fans to her many homes all over the country and the world. She does them in like London too, to listen to her new albums before they're out. Let me tell you, when the 1989 secret sessions happened, my world changed. Like seriously, I was like, oh, this is gonna happen for me. Like not with 1989, because that moment had gone, but I knew that it was my destiny. And you know what? It hasn't happened. And I'm okay with that, Taylor. I'm okay with that. I still love you, it's okay. I think I would actually make such a fool out of myself if I ever did meet her. Like, bawling, sobbing. She's that kind of artist to me. So I'm totally fine with the fact that I've never actually met her, but I was on Tumblr trying to get that notice. And I never got the coveted Taylor follow, but I did have friends, mutuals, oomphs, who did. And so every day I wake up with the knowledge that, and they would like reblog my posts, you know, my selfies like, Taylor, I have your merch. Taylor, this is me listening to the album for the first time. Taylor, I love you, love me back. They would reblog those posts, and so every day I wake up with the knowledge that Taylor Swift has probably seen my face. I like to think of like that. I like to think that she has, and that she knows I'm out here repping her, always. There are alarming chunks of butter in this. I don't know if you can see that. It's not good. I need to fix this. Not good. I don't know what to do. Do I just move on? Oh god, these are not gonna be good, are they? And then I'm gonna cry. Oh no, oh no. What I would do for a hand mixer right now. I was just looking at the Target app. They're selling one for $10, Black Friday special. Not gonna help me now because it won't come in 2 minutes, but we have to move on. There's no way. I'm not gonna, there's like literally, there's what, I don't know what comes next. The flour? Oh, the chai tea packet. Okay, fun. As if that's gonna solve my problems. I got so excited for what? These cookies are gonna come out bad and I'm gonna cry. This is supposed to be my comfort bake. Why? I am not, well, I was gonna say I'm not Claire from Bon Appetit. There's no more Claire from Bon Appetit. There's no more Bon Appetit in my eyes. That's another topic for another day. Now it says to sift in flour, baking soda, and salt, which like, sift? You think I can sift when I don't even have measuring cups? I will not be sifting shit. So I need a cup of flour, and a cup of flour is 16 tablespoons. Okay, I can do it, I can do it. 16 tablespoons of flour. Thank you, everyone. Round of applause for me. 1/4 teaspoon salt, but what's half of a quarter? I don't know. Just gonna shake some salt in there. Asking way too much of me. And then what else? 1/2 teaspoon baking soda. Half of half is a quarter. You only need to learn that once. I just read the next step. Refrigerate the dough for an hour. I didn't. Oh my gosh. We'll get there when we get there. That is future me's decision to make. All right, future me is in 2 minutes. 1/4 teaspoon. Well, I always feel like that's not enough. Call me crazy. Call me a bad baker, actually. Flour is so magical. That disgusting soupy thing is now starting to look like a dough, you know? Wait, why the freak would it tell me to preheat the oven if I have to refrigerate this or freeze it for an hour? Why? What? Now I have this hot oven and I do not need it to be hot. Maybe that's on me. Maybe I should read recipes all the way through before I start. But at least I have this pretty looking dough. It's really pretty actually. Oh, I forgot to put the cinnamon and the nutmeg. Okay, well I'll just do that now. And I'm done measuring things, so. Look at her. Now that is a sugar cookie dough. So I am gonna put it in the freezer for 15 minutes, I think, just so that it is easier to like roll into like little balls or whatever I end up doing. Yeah, because right now it's just best. It's smart to freeze. Okay, I'll see you in 15 minutes. Now, they've been out of the freezer they were in the freezer for like half an hour because I went to go take a quiz, and that quiz took way longer than I expected. But it's totally fine now. It's been like out for another 15, so it's fine. And I have my little tray with parchment paper that I got at this point like an hour ago for no reason. I don't understand why that was the first step, but we move on. Oh my god, this is bad. Not bad, but like I can see the chunks of butter like in the dough, which is fun. Okay, so I squeezed what? 8 into this tiny little tray, and then I'll just do the rest once these are out, because that's what's so great about sugar cookies. Their bake time is so short, like 8 to 10 minutes. I love to see it. And finally, the cookies are done. Oh, I should have seen that coming. I think they're pretty beautiful. They smell really good. The second batch is definitely like more well done than the first. Like this is from the second that literally just came out. But that's fine, that's fair. I'm gonna taste them. They're all different sizes. I think that's really precious. I'm gonna try this little tiny baby one because it's already really hard. That's like really hard. Like not enjoyable. It's definitely like so tasty though. Like this is a good recipe for sure. And I was worried about the chunks of butter, about having like butter leakage, but there wasn't any because this isn't even really like, this isn't pastry dough, so whatever. I mean, I kind of treated it like it was, but whatever. There was no real butter leakage from the chunks, so that's good. And they taste good. This little tiny one is obviously just really dry and hard because it was very tiny. But I love the chai. And would it probably be sweeter with the icing? Sure, wait. Oh, I thought I forgot to put powdered sugar in the cookies, but I didn't. I did that. Would it have been sweeter with the icing? Sure, but like I said, I've never tried eggnog. I don't know if I would have enjoyed that. And I'm not really, whatever meta frosting that I really like unconditionally like. So I'm happy. And this was a good way to distract myself from all my real world issues and keep myself from spiraling for like an hour or two. So yeah, thank you all for watching. Taylor Nation, if you're watching this, once I'm all clear, once this pandemic's all over, I don't know, I wouldn't be opposed to meeting Taylor Swift. Not a lot going on at the moment. She posted that today. She's a liar. When the re-recorded records are done, and we need to have secret sessions for those, and I'd like to be on the list. Okay, thank you. Bye, everyone.